You got big dreams, big purpose, big visions on your mind. You just want to change the world in these crazy times.
Hello ladies, thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for tuning in another week to see what I'm talking about, what I come up with. If you like this type of content, again, please make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Make sure you have hit that notification bell. That way you'll know when I upload a new video. As of right now, I'm uploading like every Tuesday. So I think that's really been doing good for me. So again, just make sure you hit that notification bell so you can be the first to know when I've uploaded a video. And also please make sure you thumbs up this video. I would greatly appreciate it, and invite somebody to come watch. If you think that what I'm saying is beneficial to you in any shape or form, please by all means share it, screenshot it, tell somebody so they can come join the family as well. All right, so as you can see from the title of this video, I am going to be talking about 10 personal growth tips. These are things personally that I feel that has and will help benefit you all, because it has benefited me. So I just wanted to share some of this stuff. You may have heard from other people. Again, some things is just like, why reinvent the wheel with some things? So I say 10, but I came up with one like right before I finished my list. But first and foremost, if you're a Christian, so we'll just call this one number 0. If you're a Christian, make sure you're reading and praying. Reading and prayer is very essential with your growth as a believer, you know, as a Christian overall person. Most of us, if you are a believer, if you are a Christian, you already know that reading and praying is very essential to your personal growth and your growth with God. All right, so number 1, love yourself. And it sounds so cliche, I know, but really there's people, grown people out here that don't love or like themselves half of the time. So don't sleep on the fact that you think everybody just loves themselves, because they don't. And especially, you know, grown people, especially if you've experienced trials and tribulations per se, or if you've just experienced life for, you know, most of us has not been easy in some shape or form. So sometimes it can be a little hard to love yourself, especially if you feel like you've disappointed yourself, or you let yourself down, or you let other people down. So that's the one thing. That's number 1, loving yourself. Number 2, and I'm looking at my phone, by the way. Number 2, set realistic and achievable goals. Again, we're talking about personal growth. So during this time of, you know, quarantine, and some states are still under quarantine, some form of isolation or whatever, in your downtime, set achievable and realistic goals. Because when you set goals, life can tend to be a little easier. You can tend to have a little more of a direction on where you're trying to go. Number 3, challenge yourself. Within those goals, make sure they're not like baby steps, like, oh, I'm gonna walk down 2 stairs and come back and sit down. Now, if you have some type of disability, that may be a goal and that may be challenging, yes. For me, because I had knee surgery, walking a mile some days can definitely be challenging for me, with the extent of my knee surgery that I had. So go back, set realistic and achievable goals. And number 3, challenge yourself. Make sure you're pushing yourself. It's good to get out of your comfort zone with things, especially when you're trying to push yourself, you're trying to reach a goal. Push yourself. Just challenge yourself. Number 4, be intentional. Be intentional about your goals. Don't just, oh, I'm just going to set a goal and set it and forget it. And sometimes we tend to do that, especially when we do, you know, like vision boards or vision board parties, things like that. We get caught up in the moment. It's a new year and it's like, okay, I want to obtain this, and then reality sets in and it's like, ooh, now you're disappointed in yourself and you're feeling like a failure because you didn't achieve these goals. So please make sure that your goals are realistic and achievable. Make sure they're challenging you though, and make sure they're intentional. Number 5, start now. You know, I've been trying to eat healthier and do better, and in my mind for years I'm like, oh, I'll just start Monday. No, start now. Like, why? Okay, I may have messed up for breakfast or I may have messed up for lunch, but let me start with dinner, or let me start with lunch, or okay, the next day. Not wait until Monday to start fresh, start new. Just start whenever. Number 6, embrace change. Depending on your personality, some of us have a struggle with change. Some of us do not like change. It makes us uncomfortable. It makes us uneasy. We just overall don't like it. But embrace change. You know, with this pandemic, it has forced a lot of us to embrace change. So kudos to you if your world outside of just isolation or quarantine life, if it has pushed you to just embrace change. I mean, we all as a nation, as a country, have had to embrace change. Whether you're outside, you got to wear a mask, or whatever the case may be. We've had to embrace change in some shape or form. So just be open to embrace change within your own personal life. Number 7, accept failure. You're human, first and foremost, so you're not always going to get it right the first time. So even with that, not getting it right the first time, make room for yourself. Give yourself space to fail, that you're not going to get it right the first time. I know for me, I'm somewhat of a perfectionist, and I will procrastinate in things because I want it to be perfect. I don't want to mess up. And I'll overprocess and overthink it, and then it ends up I just not doing it. And I have to remember, don't overprocess, don't overthink it. You may fail, it may be a complete flop, but guess what? You get back up and you keep pushing. Number 8, be grateful and recognize your worth. Again, this goes back to our number 1, loving yourself. After you find love for yourself, after you love your shortcomings, your flaws, your imperfections, make sure you're grateful. Make sure you recognize your worth. Because my husband and I were doing a marriage enrichment, a virtual marriage enrichment, and hearing other married people, sometimes when you're in isolation or you kind of feel like you're by yourself, you kind of feel like you're the only one going through something, and you're really not. You're really not. And you have to remind yourself, like, oh, okay, yes, let me be grateful where I am, because I could be worse off than somebody else. Somebody else has it worse than I do, and mine may seem minute compared to somebody else's issue or somebody else's position or place in their life right now. So keep that in mind. Be grateful and recognize your worth. Number 9, keep going, never give up. Cliche. Keep going, never give up. Perseverance is key. You have to keep going. When you fall, when you stumble, when you fall all the way off, when you hit rock bottom, get your behind back up and keep on going. Do not give up. Don't end the process because of a failure, because of a setback. Keep the process going. And number 10, and I know y'all like, what the heck does this have to do with anything? Number 10, eating better. We don't realize sometimes, and some of us, I'm not going to say we, some of us as humans, we don't realize what we consume within our bodies affects us on the outside. It affects us internally, but it also will affect us on the outside. Studies have shown that eating better, eating clean, adds to mental clarity, increased energy, and overall wellness. Who wouldn't want that? I do. I already thank God for being in my right mind every day, for me waking up being in my right mind, and thanking God for mental health. But if I can eat better and contribute to my prayer by doing my part, because faith without works is dead. I can pray all day and tell God, I thank you for my health and my strength. But if I'm eating trash, it ain't gonna be good. I'm gonna be sluggish. I'm not gonna have as much get up and go like I should. I may not have as much mental clarity as I should or that I need to be more productive throughout the day. So just take that into consideration. I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do. I'm not nobody's medical doctor. Yes, I worked in the healthcare industry and have been working there since I could work. But I'm not nobody. I ain't got nobody's degree at nobody's school to tell nobody what they need to be doing. But you know what you need to do. If eating better helps you and you know that you feel a change, even just most people, when they start eating better, they feel more energized. They feel like they can go longer within a task throughout the day. So just keep that in mind. So again, reading and praying, if you're a Christian, love yourself, set realistic, achievable goals, challenge yourself, be intentional, start now, embrace change, accept failure, be grateful and recognize your worth, keep going and never give up, and eat better. All right, until next time, guys, I will see you later. I'm keeping it brief today. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching this video. Again, make sure you thumbs up this video, make sure you share it, and I will see you next week. Bye. Love you.